Okay, hello and welcome to Magicka. This is going to be kind of a brief explanation of the free-for-all tournament mode, and so I'm just going to jump in and get these guys to do it. They all know the rules and such, and so hopefully this should go off pretty well. So the way it starts, you have all of the people on one team who are going to be fighting, and then we have our referees on the other side. We have one for this case, but normally we'll use two, so that we have more people being able to pay attention to what is going on. So, standard format, you come in onto this, the miners camp map. You're not allowed to have maces, crossbows, or blaster. As soon as you start, you must kill all of your imps. And so you'll see here on they should get rid of them. Before they go to the middle, and obviously Balor kills the ref over there. Then you must come into the middle, and you must stand on a block on one of the corner blocks, and so I'll get everyone to kind of go there. They'll award EW when they are ready. If Chasm, moves in a little bit, that doesn't matter much. The ref will place a wall, the wall will drop, and then you begin fighting. So that's pretty much the start of each round. It's pretty simple to follow, and it'll be really easy to do. Once there is one person left alive, so we have a winner for the round, everyone will get their points based on what place they came, and then that person will then kill themselves, the round will restart, and then we'll begin the next one. And we'll do this in 3 rounds, and then highest 2 players go through. So those are just the basic rules. You're allowed to use any magics that you want. It's highly recommended that you do not use Summon Death or Zombie Imps, because they will go after the referee rather than the other players, so it's a waste of focus and it kills the referee. So you should not use them. That's why they are seen as banned. You can use the toilet because it has a use for damaging the opponent by dropping it on them, but be aware that the imps will not help you. They will probably go after the referee or something like that. So everyone's fighting here. There is the 2 main rules that kind of need discussion. They're quite difficult to actually point out, and that is that you're not allowed to team with people. And so this pretty much means is that if it's clearly obvious that 2 people are teaming together to make sure that they always gain the top 2 positions, then you will be punished for this. So we'll have our referees and myself keeping an eye out for that. So you're allowed to fight 2 people, or allowed to go for the same people. So Rick James coming in to start attacking Stoller, this is completely fine. But if it was clearly obvious that Dark Peppy and Rick James were always going after Solar and never going after each other, then we would know it's clearly a problem. We can see that Dark Peppy actually started going for Rick James a little bit there. So that's just something to keep an eye out for. Just generally, just keep fighting with everyone. This is supposed to be every man for himself. You want to be fighting with everyone else. It's just the way to go. The other one is the matter of avoiding fighting. So we haven't seen anything here because everyone has actually been fighting along with everyone else, and they're doing a really good job of making sure they're in their fight. But running away and avoiding fight is not allowed. Like, this is supposed to be a free-for-all. You're supposed to be fighting with each other to see who wins. You're not supposed to run away and try and just hide the entire game. If we see any of it here, I will point it out. But typically, you can like not hide away. You can stand away from the fight and be constantly attacking them. Beams and projectiles and everything. And then if someone comes for you, then you start fighting them. You don't run away and just start spamming walls and trying to run away as much as you can. If someone starts coming for you, you engage in the fight. You shouldn't be not fighting. I mean, the whole point is that you're supposed to be fighting with everyone else. And so, there is leeway to it. I mean, it's awkward to get the correct way to kind of say what exactly it is, but it's going to be we're just going to have to see how it goes. I'm hoping that people understand you should just fight and not try and cheese your way to a victory. And so your best chance, your best thing to do is to just fight, because if you try and get to that point where you're fighting, but at the same time you're not fighting to avoid everyone else, then the chances are that you'll end up getting punished, and then you'll lose points, and then you won't get forward anywhere. So you're best off just trying not to do that. So we come into the end of this round here. So Dark Peppy has won the round, and he now will kill himself. So the way that the points would go is that the Dark Peppy, would get 4 points. He would get the 3 points. SMTL Chasm would get 2 points. Rick James would get 1 point, and Solo would get no points. So that's the way that would go. and then the next round starts, and then we'll do it all over again. So people should be killing their imps. This doesn't matter that he didn't manage to kill the imp, because, you know, Balor is the one getting the focus, and it doesn't matter for the referee. And so everyone's going to get into their position. Everyone should ward. Chasm should be putting on his ward, but he is... I don't know what exactly he's doing, but he should put it on. He's okay. He's got his ward on. Balor can now put in the wall, and so it's now going to start, and he gets out the way, and they're going to begin. So straight away, you can see Solo jumping away. Obviously you want to fall back because you're close to everyone else, and you've got to be careful of that. So we've got Rick down here. This is kind of an example. He is kind of staying out of the way of the fighting, but, you know, he's firing at everyone, and it's making people want to go for him, and he's not avoiding the fighting. He is actually fighting with people. I mean, you can see Solo's been, you know, he's pulled into him, start fighting him, and you got people fighting himself. So I'm not really going to cast this one. Probably I'm just kind of using this to explain rules, and so people have a good idea of what's kind of going on. So Pepe's now going to come in. So Chasm at the back there, he was healing up rather than hiding away. You know, that's fine. You can run away. You can give, like, pull back and heal like Dark Pepe's trying to do there. That's fine. You don't have to worry about it. He has gone down, so you don't have to worry about that. Like, that's something, like, you don't have to think, oh, I'm pulling away to heal up. Maybe this is seen as me avoiding conflict. I mean, you can heal up. That's perfectly fine. You can put on haste and EWW and run around to heal yourself back up. But, you know, if you're constantly doing that to avoid fighting with other people, then that's where it becomes a problem. So I know Neon was questioning about that. So, you know, just, you know, as long as you keep fighting. I mean, you can put on the EWW and you can run away. That's going to help you out if you're in plus speed. But then make sure you keep fighting. Pretty lucky Chasm there getting caught in between those two, as these two are going to be fighting it out. So yeah, in the actual tournament as well, I will have the scoreboard at the top, and I'll put, you know, the amounts. I believe before each of the rounds starts, I'll probably tell each of the players. Well, actually, I don't know if I will tell them. They'll be able to know who's got how many points based on who went down first and such. We can see people just find out. So we got Solar and Rick. So this time, Dark Pepe went out first, so he would get 0 points this round. Chasm would get 1 point, and then obviously these two will get either 2 or 3, depending on who goes first. If both of these players drop at the same time, they will both receive 2 points, because that is the next available position. So the way that works is that if multiple people go down in a fight, then they will gain the amount of points, because the thing on the side doesn't always get the correct one of who went down first if they both drop at the same time. So obviously if the ticks happen at the exact same time, it's unfair to give one person the thing or anyone else. So the way we do it is by giving them the points. Oh, well, there's a lot of damage on Rick, so he goes down now, so now Solo should kill himself. So yeah, submit to the will be put into play. So say if there was 3 people that went down, like there was 4 people in the fight, and then 3 people all went down, all 3 of those people would receive 0, and then the person who was last would gain the 3 points for coming first. Alright, so I'm keeping track of the score. Obviously, you know, I'll be doing a much better job of keeping track of it when I'm doing it properly. So now everyone, you know, heals, make sure the heals up, puts on the EWW, the EW, sorry. It's just to show that you're ready rather than having the EW on. You're not allowed to cast anything before you go in, so I don't know what Rick is doing. He needs to stop doing that, but you're not supposed to cast anything besides your EW ward, so we know we are ready. And then once the wall drops, you can then start doing it. You can queue up, but you can't use. So Pepe's got the fire ready to start. Now we can use it. So he actually swapped. That was interesting. He queued it up so people think he was going for fire, then he instantly swapped to cold. So that was a nice little trick there. So yeah, I think pretty much all of the things have kind of been explained. If you've got any more questions, I'll put this in the tournament thread and stuff. If you've got any more questions, I'll put it in put them in the comments of this video, and I'll try and answer them as best as I can. But this is the first attempt at this tournament, so we can't expect it to go complete. It's obviously there's going to be complications, and we're hopefully going to be able to get around them and sort them out. And then if we can come back to this tournament and do another one in the future, then we can do that. So yeah. I guess I can kind of talk about this for the last little bit. Tornado coming in from Sully does actually manage to catch Dark Pepe with that. That was really impressive. So now both of them are both going for Dark Pepe. Again, this is not apparent teaming, because for the entire thing, they've both been going after like different ones. You know, Rick James has just quickly switched to Solar and start fighting with him. So yeah, it's fine that they're like, you know, they're attacking people. It's always interesting when you get these 3-way split matches, because then, you know, you've really got to watch out and people start going for each other. He always tries to get the guys, but Rick James didn't walk forwards and get caught by that. So we release him. So Rick James now, he's not avoiding fight, he's just healing himself back up, and now he's going to start coming back in. So like I said, that's fine for you to do that. Just to heal back up and stuff. Dark Peppy's kind of hanging at the back. You know, he's firing his projectiles in, but it's fine. Again, Rick James is pulling back. So these are all fine. No one here is doing anything that is against the rules, and this would continue completely fine. If Rick James perhaps was just to stay here and allow these two to fight, then that would be a problem, because he's not engaging. He would be he's not trying to fight, and same as if he like ran away behind here. So Solar just trying to pull back and heal up, and that's fine. Obviously, in the actual tournament, I'll be talking about this a lot better than normal, but I'm just kind of pointing out areas of that maybe people may be questioning about. So Dark Peppy, this is fine. I mean, yeah, that was actually really. Oh wow, he almost took out both of them. So Solar getting in that that what you call it, the stasis field. So I had a question about the stasis field being banned because it takes you out of the fight. But if you saw clearly there, that was not good for Solar. That did not pay off for him, as he did actually get caught out. Like, I mean, you go into the stasis field and you're trapped there, and people can easily put a storm over the top of you, and it hinders you quite a lot. And these guys are just spamming right in the middle. That knockdown while he was being pushed. So this is the final round, and like I said, I will normally keep track of the scores, and then the highest two would go through. I believe in the last round it was kind of Rick James and Solar. I don't actually know. Just for completeness' sake, I don't actually know who won. If at the end of this we did have people that had the same number of points after the final round, then if it's to do with the highest people, so no, the person who comes first and the person who comes second, then the people who have the joint scores would then go into one final round of this. So say if there was 3 people, the top 3 people were all joint together, and then obviously we would redo that round with those 3 people, and then whoever wins obviously goes through and such. So I don't know exactly who won, but Rick James won this round. I'm going to end the video here, as obviously we'll go back out. I can't tell you exactly who won, but I would definitely keep track of it in the actual thing. So thank you for watching. Any questions, just put them in the comments. I've been Magicka. Thank you for watching.